My name's Jennifer, and I'm part of the global 1 for 50 movement. We exist to help people just like you reach, disciple, and equip the next generation. Oftentimes, when we read our Bible, we can see it through a small, me-sized lens. We only see what the story has to say about us. But what would happen if we began to teach the Bible to our children through a God-sized lens? When we teach the Bible through a God-sized lens, it changes the way our children see the God of the Bible and their role in His story. Teaching the Bible through a God-sized lens doesn't have to be difficult. It just requires that we frame the story around three main truths. 1, God is the main character of every story. 2, God is always at work to make Himself known. And 3, God blesses people for a purpose greater than themselves. So let's dive into today's story and see how we can teach the Bible to our children through a God-sized lens. We are going to learn about Way Jonah. So gather your family and read this Old Testament account of Jonah in a children's Bible. As you read, notice which character God blessed with the knowledge of Himself. Also notice how that might impact the other characters in the story. After you read, it's time for an activity. You're going to need a bowl, a strainer, and some water. First, have one child pour water into a bowl. Notice what happens to the water. Next, have another child pour some water into a strainer. Notice what happens to the water this time. Explain that Jonah was blessed with the knowledge of God, but at first, he refused to share that with the people of Nineveh. Just like the water contains and keeps this water in the bowl, Jonah wanted to keep the blessing of God for himself. Instead of traveling towards Nineveh, he went the wrong way. But God is always working to make Himself known, and He had another plan. Just like the water flowed through this strainer, God wanted to use Jonah that His blessings might flow through Jonah to the people of Nineveh. So God used a big fish to turn Way Jonah back in the right direction. God worked through His prophet Jonah and made Himself known to an entire city. In fact, the people prayed to God and repented from their sins, and the city wasn't destroyed. God's interaction with Jonah shows us just how much He cares about His people and is concerned for them, especially those who have never had a chance to hear of Him. As your family begins to read the Bible through a God-sized lens, you'll begin to notice this pattern of God blessing His people to be a blessing all throughout Scripture. So after your activity, why not pray that God would show you how you can use your blessings to be a blessing to the nations around you. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. You can also click the notification bell below and you'll be alerted whenever there's a new video posted. Be sure to share this video with your friends as well. For other resources on how you can teach the Bible through a God-sized lens, visit weavefamily.org. If you'd like to translate this video script into another language, you can visit 1for50today.net. And finally, for other resources on how you can reach, disciple, and empower the next generation, visit 1for50.net.